Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego, and we are live here in Bogota, Colombia. And today was Karina's medical exam. So she got up at 4 o'clock this morning and went and got her blood drawn. And I just got in the house myself after riding on, three buses. And we finally got in the house. It's 8:18, and we're here. Miguel, hi Diego, what's going on, Miguel? And Karina, Karina is here. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias.
Gracias.
We're good. So we got up. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. Karina got up at 4 o'clock this morning and rode the bus and went into Bogota and got her blood drawn. Then she came back to the house, and then we left again and had her medical exam. So she got a medical exam done, she got her blood work done, and everything's good. Except there's one thing you got to remember in Bogota, Colombia, you, you got to have bigger pictures than passport size photos for the doctor's office. The doctor wants photos that are a little bit bigger than passport size. So we didn't have that. So tomorrow we got to go back with these correct pictures and give them to the doctor so he can close out Karina's medical. And then we're going to have our biometrics first. Well, I'm not. Karina's going to have her biometrics 9:30 tomorrow morning. And then after the biometrics, we're going to go get the pictures taken and go back to the doctor's office. And it's going to be fun. Michelle, hey Diego, I'm finally in the United States. We just registered for a marriage license. Michelle, that's great news. Michelle is en Estados Unidos mismo, preparando para casar, matrimonio. Good, that's great news, Michelle. And Cecilia Gomez, what's going on, Cecilia? And let me see. Curly Locks, hola Diego and Karina. And Mr. Naha says, hi Diego and Miguel, do you have a video for filling out the DS-160? Yeah, I made a video on how to fill out the DS-160. You just got to find it, guys. I've made like over 700 videos for you guys, okay? And if I sound a little funny, I was at the dentist all day for 3 hours yesterday getting dental work done. I got 4 fillings done, and I got the doctor put in temporary fixed front teeth while he's making me some new ones. So I sound kind of funny, and I apologize. Lionarca Lopez. Hi, Diego. I still haven't received the instruction package from the embassy in Bogota. Well, I tell you what. After we were just at the medical office, the doctor's office in downtown Bogota for a medical exam, Karina's medical exam, and it was packed with visa applicants. So if you haven't received, you said I already have the medical exam and everything ready for the interview, but you haven't received the instruction package. Well, if you have you scheduled your interview? Have you paid your visa fee? Have you done the DS-160? If you've paid your visa fee and filled out and scheduled the visa interview, and if you've got your medical exam already done and all that, then you don't need the welcome letter. Do you think I have a problem for not waiting for the injection package? What's an injection package? What is that? Are you talking about the packet 3, packet 4? Mr. Nahas, I have a quick question. I'm filling out the DS-160 now. Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead. What's the question? Warrior Fitness Camp. I'm here too, Diego. We had the medical exam today, fingerprints tomorrow, and then interview the 16th. That medical office was crazy today. It was full of people. The doctor's office, mucho personas in medical work. There was a lot of people. And I went in there. I went to the medical exam with Karina. I got up and I didn't get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Karina did. She got her blood work done. But I accompanied her to the medical exam. And it was packed with people. I sat for 3.5 hours just waiting for her medical exam. And then she finally came out. And I'm like, well, it's like, 7 o'clock at night. So I apologize for the late start on the live stream. And Mr. Nahas, do you have documentation to establish that you have received vaccine with U.S. law? What should I write when I answer no? Well, the answer to that is, have you been vaccinated? Have you been vaccinated, and what vaccinations do you have? And you should know what vaccinations you've had. And, I would put yes for right now. And then when you go to your medical exam, if you haven't completed all of your vaccinations, the doctor will tell you what you need. So you're going to answer yes. Okay. Candy Caramel. Hi, what's going on, Candy? I'm Michelle. Look at you. Thanks for that super chat, Michelle. Michelle has sent us a super chat, and she said, thanks for all your help. Can you do our success story? Michelle, send it to me. Send me your success story, and I'll make a video for you. No problem. Yo te lo cuento, Diego and Karina, hola. Que chévere, que estén juntos. I just realized that the city of birth from my petitioner is different in the I-129F and the affidavit of support. What can we do? I'm scared. Well, number one, don't be scared, because immigration, people make technical errors. So the city of your birth is different on the I-129F than the affidavit of support. Well, you haven't filled out your affidavit of support yet. You filled out the declaration of financial support. So where were you born? Where were you born? You can easily change the declaration of financial support I-134. You can change it, draw a line through the error, and write the correct place where you were born, and you're good. Patricia T. Collison, hi, my beautiful people. Patricia, what's up? And Michelle, thanks for that super chat. So Celia Gomez, we got approved. Will I get a package beneficiary? Will I get a package beneficiary? Get anything? I heard I should get a package. You got approved. So are you talking NOA 2-letter approved? Now your sponsor is going to get the information to schedule the visa interview. Cecilia, your sponsor will get the information from the embassy to process your visa. Curlylocks, Diego, if the sponsor owes taxes but is doing payment installment, will that be a negative? Yes, it's a negative. You got to pay your taxes. He needs to pay off his taxes. Get them paid. Go to the bank, take out a signature loan for whatever he owes on his taxes, pay his taxes. It's better to owe the bank a little bit of money than the IRS. You understand what I'm saying? If you owe the IRS money, that's a problem with Homeland Security. So get a signature loan, pay off the IRS, and then if the immigration says you got any debt, yeah, I got a signature loan with the bank. Okay, and that covers you. Mr. Nahas, I can't answer yes because fiance didn't take any vaccinations yet. Okay, well then put no, and when you get to the visa interview, produce some vaccinations from the medical exam. Hi Diego, Chris from Ohio. What's going on, Chris? Finally, after waiting over 14 months, we have a U.S. Embassy interview in the Philippines. Well, we waited almost 20 months for ours in Colombia for December. Well, that's good news. Can you share knowledge about health insurance for fiance and the daughter? Yeah, if you got to get your family on health insurance, some kind of health insurance. Hold on a second. The web page is not pretty quick here. I want to make sure we answer that health insurance question. I got to get this thing to page up. It doesn't. Karina's going to fix it for me. Okay, she got it. Okay. Let's see here. I need to go down further. Let's see. I'm sorry, guys. I got to get this question about the health insurance. Okay. I've got military TRICARE health insurance. When Karina gets to the United States, I'm going to put her on my health insurance. I'm going to take her to the military base with our marriage certificate and show we're married and put her on my health insurance. Whether we have a social security number or not, doesn't matter. You got to get her on health insurance. You can buy temporary health insurance while you're waiting to get her on permanent health insurance. And there are videos that I've made about how to get health insurance temporarily while you're in the United States for your beneficiary. Jennifer Cecido, hey, do they tell you in Bogota for the doctors what was the assumption letter? Yeah, the assumption letter, Jennifer, is the K1FTP1 letter, the K1FTP letter, which is the email from the embassy, from the National Visa Center, telling you what the next steps are to process your visa. It's the K1FTP letter, email. Print it. You need it for the medical exam at Bogota. So when we went for the medical exam in Bogota, we had the K1FTP letter, we had the email of travelers, a copy of the passport, the original passport, and you got to get bigger photographs. The photos are too small. Passport photos aren't sufficient for the medical exam. So in Bogota, the assumption letter is the K1FTP email, which is sent to you from the National Visa Center, and then that's the directions for you to process your K1 visa. Print it and bring it to your medical exam. Gabriel Rodriguez, what is the success rate in Bogota for K1 interviews? I know everything will be okay, but I'm still stressed out and can't sleep. Gabriel, I don't know of anybody who has been turned down for a K1 visa in Bogota in the last 8 years of me doing K1 visas. Not one person that I know of has failed the K1 visa test at the face-to-face scary visa interview. Okay? So Gabrielle, if you're going to be interviewed in Bogota, start planning your trip to the United States. Don't worry and don't stress, and go and get you a good night's sleep, okay? You're good. You're in a real relationship, right? You got all this evidence, you got all these pictures together, boarding passes, plane tickets, hotel receipts, trips to Bogota, trips to restaurants. You got all that stuff, right? If you got all that stuff, you're good. Starlift McDonald, it's difficult to marry if you're foreign in Algeria. I can't get a month off from work. So it takes a month to get married in Algeria. That's you just can't fly there and get married and spend like a week there and then come back and then start working on your spousal visa. I don't know. I don't know how to get married in Algeria. I don't know how to do that. So you need to be the one figuring that out. But we'll help you through the K1 and through the spousal visa. Candy Caramel. So my fiance called USCIS and said he hasn't heard from them for the NOA2 being approved, and they said he should wait till December 15th. Okay, so you got an answer. And we already passed 16 and a half months. We are now at 17 and a half months. So that means in the next week or two, you're going to get your NOA2. USCIS got communication from your sponsor. They now wrote in their computer that he has been looking for his NOA2 letter. They write it in their computer, and then they start to take action on your case. Okay? You're good. Relax. I don't want to keep messing up this slide, this posting here. Hold on a second. I'm looking, guys. Yo te lo cuento. My city of birth is not wrong. What's wrong is the one from my petitioner. Where is your city of birth incorrect? On the I-129F or on the I-134? Where is it wrong? Your birth. Where is the mistake at? My city of birth is not wrong. It's wrong. One from my petitioner. So your petitioner filled out the I-129F and put your wrong place of birth. Right? So you fix it when you fill out the DS-160 and he fills out the I-134. And then you address the issue with the face-to-face visa interview. Say, my sponsor put my wrong place of birth on the I-129F. Make sure when you fill out the DS-160, you put the right place of birth, and then that will fix the problem. You're good. It's a typo, okay? As long as you don't spell names wrong and passport numbers don't get messed up and date of births don't get messed up, you say you're 21 when you're 31, those are problems. But if you have an error on the place of birth, you fix it on the DS-160. Starlift McDonald. We thought our application was strong. We did everything we thought. Well, what was the reason that it was denied? You still haven't told me. Why was your K1 visa denied at the embassy interview? What was the reason? They got to tell you why. They have to. Leonardo Lopez, I'm worried because I wrote to the embassy and they told me that I could not schedule the appointment if they had not yet sent the instruction package. That's correct. You cannot schedule your visa appointment at the embassy until they give you permission to do it, which is the packet 3, packet 4 email. You got to wait for the embassy to give you permission before you can start the process. Let's see. But don't worry because you wrote to them. Writing to the embassy is no big deal. They don't care if you write to them. It's not going to block your visa, but they're going to make you wait until they send you their ready status and their packet 3 and packet 4. Candy Caramel and a lady in Ghana said they never got NOA2 being approved, but they sent a mail package of instructions is in consulate of Ghana. The NOA2 goes to the sponsor. It doesn't go to the embassy. The NOA2 letter is approved. It goes to the sponsor. The sponsor makes a copy of the NOA2 letter and then brings it to the country and gives it to the beneficiary. It doesn't go to the embassy. Leonardo Lopez, but I have already made all the payments and medical exams and I have a month and 10 days waiting for the instructions from the Bogota embassy. So, Leonardo, you paid for your visa fee, right? Did you get packet 3 and packet 4 email from us? Did you get that email? The packet 3 tells you, go here, go here, go here, go here, pay the visa fee, fill out 160, print the confirmation page, pay the visa fee, schedule the biometrics, schedule the visa interview. They send you an email telling you what to do. It's called packet 3, packet 4. They tell you how to do it. And then I made a video explaining how to do it. Okay, so, you've made all the payments. What do you mean all the payments? There's only one payment. There's only one payment. That's the K1, that's the visa fee. And that includes the biometrics. And you pay cash for the medical exam at the doctor's office in Bogota. You pay cash for it. Candy Caramel. And a lady in Ghana said they never got NOA2 being approved. No, they don't get it. The sponsor gets the NOA2 letter, not the embassy. Andrew Bryan, hey Diego, I came on my K1 visa to the States on Sunday, and it is so cold, but I like it here so far. Well, Andrew, welcome to the United States of America. We're glad you're here, Andrew, in Estados Unidos. We're glad. Now, you got to get married in 90 days, my friend. You got 90 days to get married, okay? And get this green card adjustment process and get your green card. And where are you in the United States? You said I'm cold. So where are you in the United States? Starlift. They said they were sending back to USCIS, but it was at USCIS for 15 months. Starlift. The U.S. Embassy denied your K1 visa at the embassy interview. They're sending your package back to USCIS so they can close it out and cancel it. Okay? What you have to do is fly to Algeria and get married and process a spousal visa. That's what you got to do. Okay? They blocked you at the embassy in Algeria. They said, no, we're not giving you the visa. But what was the reason? Why did they not give you the K1 visa? Why not? They got to tell you. They give you a letter. There you go. This is the reason. I don't know. I can't see the letter. Yeah, it was at USCIS for 15 months. Ours was at USCIS for what, 13 months? 13 months? But the thing is, when it goes to the embassy, if the embassy denies you, the embassy sends the package back to USCIS, and USCIS wipe it out of the. They cancel your visa, and then the embassy gives the reason to USCIS, but they also have to give the reason to you, so you know why. Lamin Jabang, hello Diego, how are you? I not have my invoice number yet in the MVC. It takes like 90 days to get your case number, and if you don't get an invoice number, send them an inquiry and ask them for it. But you got to wait for the case number. Cecilia Gomez, ella es bonita.
Gracias.
Thank you, Cecilia. Christopher Stout, USCIS server is still down. I've called them and messaged them to check my address is correct. It was when I moved in February. I'm on November 2022 filer. USCIS says their system is down. Yeah, it goes down sometimes for a couple of days. They do maintenance on their computers. Just think about the USCIS computer system. What does it got to do? It's got to manage millions of people are in the United States on K-1 visas, spousal visas over the years. So every now and then they shut down the computers to do maintenance on their computers. Start at McDonald, yes. It takes weeks. Started. Your K-1 visa was blocked at the embassy in Algiers, right? They said no. Why? What's the reason? Get married, get on a plane, fly to Algeria, marry your promisida, and process a spousal visa. You didn't get the K-1, so file for a marriage visa instead. USCIS is going to get your K-1 visa package, and they're going to block. They're going to deny. They're going to just cancel it out. Jennifer Cecido, hola Karina, ¿cómo estás para ti?
Bien, gracias. Mira, mañana tengo un autógrafo, luego
Habla.
6:30. ¿Tú sabes cuánto se tarda con espera?
Mira, mañana tengo mis laboratorios en
una
Bogotá.
Una hora.
En las 6:30, doctor en la
Una
tarde.
hora.
¿Tú sabes cuánto se tardan con la espera en los exámenes de sangre? So it takes 1 hour to get your blood exam done. So you go in, maximum. You go in, they draw your blood, and it takes about an hour to get your blood drawn. There's no problem. Let's see. Karina was number 4, numero 4. Karina got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. She was the 4th one in line. So the other 3 people must have got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Who knows? But let's keep going here. Faris Hassan. Let me see. I got to get this clear. Faris Hassan. Hey, Diego. I got my NOA2 on September 25th, 2023. When should I expect to be able to set up an interview? It's been too long. Faris, what country are you guys in? I got to know the country. I can't remember. I can't remember everybody's country. I try. So you tell me what country, and I'll try to help you. Michelle from Indonesia, NOA 1, 22 June 22, NOA 2, 12 July 2023 at MVC, 18th of August in transit, 31 August at the consulate, 30 September was the packet 3 and 4, which what everybody needs to process their visa interview, and the 5th of September was the packet 3 and 4, and then the interview was on the 12th of October. So you're already done. So Michelle, you should be in America right now. You should be in the USA. Sophia's Jam, good evening, Diego and Karina. Buenas noches. Thank you for all your live streams and videos. No problem. Much appreciated. I'm moving after my fiance has his interview. How do I update my address? So you're going to move. So when your fiance has his visa interview at the embassy, he's going to get his K-1 visa in his passport. Then he's going to fly to the United States of America. And then when you adjust the status for the green card, That's when you put the new address on the form I-865. You don't do anything right now, okay, with immigration, moving, whatever. Don't give up new app. When he gets his K-1 visa in his passport and gets to America, right, you guys going to move to a new place, put on the I-865 adjustment of status paperwork, your new address. It's that easy. You got it? Sophia, you got it. Will it be a problem? No, it's not a problem. This is America. Well, this is Colombia. But in America, you can move. If you want to move from A to B to C to G, you can do that. But you got to make sure you tell immigration, and you got to do it in a specific way. In your particular case, because you're going to be in the middle, you're waiting for the visa interview, you can't do anything with address changes right now. When the K-1 visa is in his passport, he flies to America. That's when you fill out the I-865 for the green card, and you put your new address on that form. Okay, you got it? And on the I-864 also. Let's see. That's easy to fix. It's not a problem, Sophia. Dina, Diego, please, I really need help. Dina, you're from Iraq, right? Living in beautiful Iraq. And they switched I helped you, I got you, I told you how to do it. You switched your embassy interview to where? Dubai, was it? Dubai or Kazakhstan? But what can I help you with, Dina? Starlet, I have not received any reason. Okay, Starlet, you will get a reason. And if you don't get a reason, you call your congressman up, and your congressman will call immigration and find out the reason. Because I got to tell you, Dina, I called an attorney asking a lot of money. I don't know what I said. Why are you calling an attorney? For what? Dina, why do you need an immigration attorney? They're gonna want $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Why are you calling an attorney? Christopher Stout, Dina, stay away from attorney. Candy Caramel, okay, Diego, thanks a lot. You are the best. Candy, you got this. Candy, Karina, you are so lucky. Diego is a good soul. To his worth of earth.
Mucha.
Thank you, Candy. I'm taking care of everybody, including Karina and the cat. We got to get a passport for the cat. Well, we don't need a passport. We just got to pay for some kind of whatever it is Avianca Airlines want us to pay. I got to buy Tokyo a plane ticket, which is fine. I'll buy him a plane ticket, but we're not going to abandon him here in Colombia. Cecilia Gomez of video lag. Francois deleted a message. Dina, and when I check if the DS-160 submit, that's what show your case is in transit. To the consular section, your interview date was provided to you by the National Visa Center. No, it wasn't. You're in a K-1 visa. You got to schedule the interview. I've explained this to you, 3 times? How many times have I told you how to do this? You fill out the DS-160 when you get the packet 3, packet 4 email from the embassy telling you to fill it out. The embassy will send you instructions and say, okay, Dina, start processing your visa. These are the instructions. Then you fill out the DS-160, you print the confirmation page. Then you pay the visa fee. Then you pay the biometrics, which is included. When you pay the visa fee, the biometrics is included. Then you schedule the biometrics exam and you schedule the visa interview. And immigration tell you how to do it in an email called packet 3, packet 4. You got to wait for ready status. Then you got to wait for the embassy to contact you. And then the embassy will tell you to proceed. So you don't fill out the DS-160 until you get the go-ahead from the embassy. Okay? You got to wait for the embassy to tell you to do it. You don't do anything until you get in transit, ready status. Then once you get the ready status, you email the embassy and say, hey, this is Dina. I'm checking in. What do I do now? They will wait a couple of days and they will respond to you with a packet 3, packet 4 email, unless they're busy. And they will say, okay, Dina, now you're going to click on this link right here and you're going to do the DS-160. And then you're going to click on this link right here and you're going to pay the visa fee. And once you've paid the visa fee, immigration will then open up the calendar for you to schedule the biometrics and the visa interview. It's easy. It's easy to do it, okay? But you got to take your mind away from the DS-160 until you get the permission to process it from the embassy. And they haven't given you permission yet to process it. So you can't submit it. Okay? You're getting too far ahead of this process. You're trying to process something when you're not in that time frame yet. Okay? Dina. Okay, you got it? Dina, listen to me. Ready status, email the embassy. Hey, it's Dina. What do I do? This is my case number. This is my invoice number. This is my passport number. This is my full name. This is my date of birth. This is my country. I think you're in Iraq, right? Aren't you in Iraq? Beautiful Iraq. Then you email the embassy, and then they will respond back to you with it say, we're busy right now. Wait a few weeks. Be patient. Or they'll just send you the packet 3, packet 4 with the instructions on what to do. You know? Sammy, sir, your internet is awful. Well, it works fine here. It's working perfectly good. The sound is lagging behind the video. The video seems to work fine, but sound is not really working. Okay, so I need to call my technical expert, Sebastian, and have him fix the sound. Sebastian. No sonar. There's a problem with the sonar. So I'm gonna have my technical expert check it out. I'm in the Andes Mountains, guys, 10,300 feet up above sea level. I'm lucky I've got internet. Okay, and so. If you want me to have my technical expert, do you want me to terminate the transmission and have my technical guy fix it? No, okay. Go ahead, Sebastian. We're going to have somebody look at the sound, okay? We're going to see what the problem is. So I'm going to keep talking, and you can keep looking, and we're going to figure out what the problem is. So here we go. Let's see what we got here. We're looking. My technical expert is rooting around in this laptop computer. Now, my computer in Florida is connected to a stronger internet signal. So I don't ever have these problems. So I don't know. I'm looking at the volume. The volume here is working good. See, Sebastian?
Sí, suppose.
There's no problem on this end with the computer. So it's got to be with the internet company here in Bogota. So do you want me to keep going, or do you want me to cancel? Tell me, what do you want me to do? I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully you guys can hear me. Dina, please, everybody help Dina. Okay, so Dina can't hear me. Can you hear what I'm saying, guys? Can you hear my words? If you can't hear me, then there's no point in going on. Home Kim, I would love to hear if there is any other from besides I-485 that my fiance and I have to file after she and I get married to the U.S. Guys, can you hear me, or should we just cut this and I'll come back on tomorrow? Tomorrow? Do you want me to come back tomorrow, guys? Because I'm trying to answer all your questions, but if you can't hear me, there's no point. Latoya Grant, do I have to add an asset to my I-134? It's up to you. Depends on how much money you make. Patricia, this is one of the hardest times for our relationship because we are still waiting for our visa package to be transferred from Cyprus to Liberia. Yes, but watching this channel helps me relax a little bit. We're going to help you, Patricia. And don't forget, email the embassy in Cyprus every 2 weeks and check in with those guys. Gabrielle, how long after approval will the visa and the passport be available in Bogota? 4 to 6 days. Sophia says, thank you, Francois Livingston. if USCIS did the major work in the first round, like the investigation, do they have to do much this time, or do that? Yeah, they're going to repeat everything they did the first time, Francois. Francois, your visa will be considered a brand new K1, and it's going to start from the beginning. Candy, my fiance has stopped his former job that was documents to his own business. Please, will that affect our procedure? He has quit his job. Then he's going to, when he fills out the I-134, he's going to have to write down his new job. And his new job, as long as the income is sufficient, there's no problem. But if he doesn't have a job, or if the new job doesn't pay as well as the old job and doesn't meet the immigration requirements, then he's going to have to get a joint sponsor. Don't worry, you still get your visa. And don't just relax, guys. Hold on a second. We got a super chat. Look, we got Renal super chat. Renal, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. The sound and the internet are perfect. Okay. And Angel Tate. Wow, thank you for that super chat, Angel. Muchas gracias. I got my NOA2 after 372 days. Well, Angel, congratulations. So apparently the internet may not be the problem here. It may be in other countries. I don't know. But when we get to Florida and do the live stream for you guys, then there won't be any problems, right? Okay, let me see. Let me make sure I don't miss anybody, because Karina's telling me I got a page up, page down. Okay. Sophia, thank you. Francois, I answered you. Christopher Stout, I've heard USCIS term ended October 31. November 1st starts their physical year over. No, September 30th is the end of the fiscal year, not October 31st. USCIS started their new calendar, their new fiscal year, October 1. October 1st was the beginning of the new fiscal year 2024 for USCIS. Candy, passport for the cat. Yeah, we got to get Tokyo vaccinated or whatever, some kind of health check. And Avianca Airlines are going to look at the health check, and then I can buy Tokyo plane ticket. I got to buy the cat a plane ticket. I mean, seriously. But that's okay. We're not going to leave Tokyo in Colombia. Hong Kim, video lagging was resolved. Okay, so Sebastian fixed the video problem. When I got out of the live video feed and came back in. Very good. Candy, please, I'm a single mom. I added my daughter. She's 18. Does she need to come to the interview with me? Okay. Your daughter is under 21. So she's a K1. She's a K2 visa derivative. She's a K2 visa derivative. That means she has to go to the K1 visa interview with you at the embassy. Caramel. K1 and K2 accompany each other. Immigration want to see the K2. Okay, you got it? 18 isn't 21's the cutoff. When you hit 21, you don't qualify for the K2 visa. She's 18. She qualifies for the K2 visa. She needs to get a medical exam done. You got to fill out a DS-160 for her. And then she has to accompany you to the visa interview. When you schedule the visa interview for you, K1, that includes the K2. All right? You don't have to schedule 2 visa interviews, but you do have to fill out 2 DS-160s, one for you, one for the K2. You do have to fill out, separate the documents for the medical exam, the K1 and the K2. And your daughter has to accompany you to the interview. Dina, so I have to pay till I get the embassy of Abu Dhabi. Dina, when the U.S. embassy in Abu Dhabi, now you're in Iraq, right? We want to get you out of Iraq and to the United States. But our embassy is closed in Baghdad, okay? And the consulate doesn't process K1 visas in Ibril. Ibril, I believe, is just the other town. So we got to get you from Iraq, right, to Abu Dhabi. And we've accomplished that so far. But the only thing that's left to do is for you to wait for the embassy in Abu Dhabi to send you an email saying the case is in transit and ready. Then when you get the ready status from the embassy in Abu Dhabi, you send them an email and say, hey, this is Dina, I'm checking in. This is my case number. This is my passport. This is my passport number. I'm from Iraq. This is my date of birth. This is my case number, invoice number, and my sponsor. This is my sponsor's name, and he lives in this town in the United States. They will then send you the packet 3, packet 4 email, which will then tell you to commence the process to schedule your visa interview. You got it? You got it, Dina? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I know we're in Colombia and you're in Iraq, so maybe the connection's not so good. Let's see here. The cat is destroying something in the kitchen behind us. Tokyo is like, she's bored. He's bored, so he's out here destroying the whatever he's doing. Tajislin World. Hi, Diego and Karina. I have done my interview on the 30th of October and my medical on the 3rd of November. How long will the medical results pass over to the embassy for me to get the yes and approved? Tajislin's World. Which country? I think India. I can't remember. But if you have done your visa interview on the 30th of October and your medical was done on the 3rd of November, it's a couple of days. It's just a couple of days after, because you did the cart before the horse. Other people have done it. You did your visa interview first, then you did your medical exam. So your medical exam is going to be sent to the embassy, or you can go get it and bring it to the embassy and get it wrapped up in a couple of days. Dina, no, Diego, the MVC told me that I need to fill out the DS-160, and I did. So why is the MVC telling you to fill out the DS-160 when you are in a K1 visa process and you don't fill out the DS-160 till you get the ready status from the embassy? You fill out the DS-160, you fill out the DS-260 at the MVC. Did you misread it? Did you misread that? And did it say DS-260? Because if you misread it as DS-260, that's for a spousal visa. And then that's when you fill it out at the MVC. Yes, but I think you misread it. The MVC sent you an email. They said, okay, well, blah, blah, blah. And we scheduled your visa interview and you can fill out the DS-260. I believe you misread the email. Okay? Because you don't fill out the DS-260 or the DS-160 at the MVC. You don't. You got to wait for the embassy to tell you they're ready for you. Okay? Las Barreras. Now, wait a second. Yeah, Las Barreras. Hi, Diego. What's the email? What's the email to what? Jason Maybury. Late to the party. Hey, I was late to the party. I didn't start this live stream till late, okay? I haven't eaten dinner. Karina hasn't eaten dinner. And we went to get Karina's medical exam done in Bogota. And we bumped into some wonderful people that follow us on YouTube at the doctor's office. So we all got together and had a hangout party. And then Karina went and got her medical exam done. She needs to get different photos. The photos were too small. So she's got to get bigger pictures. So tomorrow we're going to go to the photographer's office and get bigger photos, and then jump on the bus and bring them to the doctor's office and give them to the doctor and close out her medical, and she's done. So that was why we started the live stream late. I apologize. We were an hour and 15 minutes late, but I don't control the buses in Bogota. We ride Bogota. We got to ride this Transmilenio bus to here. Then we got to get on this Transmilenio bus to here. Then we got to get on this bus to here. And then we go on this little 3-wheel thing, which seats like 4 people, and we're all scooped up. And then we get to the hospital. It took an hour and a half to get to the hospital. And then I sat there for 3.5 hours waiting for her medical exam. And then she got done. Everything was good, and we came home. And we didn't leave there till like what, about, I don't know, 6:30, 7:15. It was late. But you know what? I'm not gonna not do a live stream for you guys. So we got home late. We're starving, but we did the live stream first. And we got all these great super chats. We appreciate them, and we're using the money for dinners and lunches. There's more. Yeah, we ate at Cathedral de Puerta, and then tomorrow, guess what? Guess what? Tomorrow, guess where we're having breakfast? McDonald's, because we got to get up early, go to the biometrics. So I'm not going to eat breakfast early in the morning. We're going to do the biometrics in Bogota. Then we're going to go to McDonald's, and the super chat money we got, Karina's going to buy me breakfast at McDonald's in Bogota. Okay. Tajusline World, couple of days. You're good. Let's not miss anybody. Dina, they told me they won't process it, and I did, and then they transfer it to Abu Dhabi. Okay. So because maybe in this situation, because you transferred from Baghdad, Iraq to Abu Dhabi, they're making you fill out the DS-160 from the NVC telling you to do it. And you filled it out and you sent it to Abu Dhabi, right? Did you print the confirmation page of the DS-160, Dina? Did you print the confirmation page? Let me see here. Jason Mabry, you're not late to the party, Jason. I'm late starting. Got the NOA2. Does my fiance need the original or a copy? Just a copy. The original NOA2 letter for Karina's K1 visa is in our house in Florida, in a safe, protected by pit bulls and armed guards. I made like 5 copies of the NOA2 letter and brought them to Colombia. I don't know who's going to need it. The embassy needs it. The doctor needs it. I made 5 copies. Let's see. So Dina, you did what you were supposed to do. Now you got to wait for Abu Dhabi. Email the embassy in Abu Dhabi and check in with them and ask them what's going on with your case. S. Suarez, hello Diego and Karina. Just living in the doctor's office, 8:30 p.m. Oh, just leaving the doctor's office. But we did it. It was a very pleasant surprise, and we were so happy to meet you all. So S. Suarez got to hang out with Diego and Karina tonight at the doctor's office in Bogota. I was sitting there, minding my own business, just relaxing. And Karina was getting her medical exam, and these 2 people ran over to me and sat down next to me and said, Diego, how are you? Diego, we seen you on YouTube. And I'm sitting there going, what? What happened? What did I do? Because I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? And it was S. Suarez and his beautiful prometida sat down with us and sat down with me. Karina was getting the medical done. And I got to hang out with S. Suarez and his family for a good 30, 40 minutes. And now they just got home from their medical exam. We got home at 8:15. Was it 8:15? And jumped right on the live stream for you guys. And S. Suarez got home at 8, at whatever time it is now. What time is it? 9 o'clock, 10 after 9. So it was nice to meet you, S. Suarez, and to hang out with your family today. Got to meet you in person and shake your hand. Dina, no, I live in the USA. My fiance lives in Iraq. Dina, if you live in the USA, okay, then you process the DS-160 for your fiance who's in Iraq, right? And you printed the confirmation page, and you listed on the bottom of and you put that you said that you helped your beneficiary fill out the form, which you can do, right? You did that, right? Brian and Jacqueline, hello, Diego and Karina. Hola, Brian and Jacqueline. Dina, Diego, it's confusing. When the MVC sent me the case and the invoice ID, I logged in, says I have to fill out the DS-160, which I did. Then I got an email. They're transferring the case to Abu Dhabi. Okay. What's hard about that? Did you print the confirmation page that you completed the DS-160? You got to have that confirmation number on the DS-160. And your beneficiary in Iraq will then have to go to Abu Dhabi, and you're going to have to fly to Abu Dhabi or somehow get to him the I-134, your tax returns, your tax transcripts, and the DS-160 form that you printed. Fazak, sound picture is fine, picture is good, video is good, sound is good. We're good. It must have been, I don't know, a big cloud over the top of our apartment. Grande Nube blockade the sound. I don't know. There's nothing confusing about your case, Dina, at all. It's cut and dry. MVC transferred your case from Iraq to Abu Dhabi, which is what I recommended you do. Right? Didn't I recommend that? Now, the MVC said, okay, we shipped your visa to Abu Dhabi. You got to fill out the DS-160, which you did. But did you print the confirmation page? Because you got to have that confirmation number. Harold, yes, it's fine. Okay, everything's good, Harold. And everybody can hear us. Gabriel said and Brian and Jacqueline, loud and clear. Ahmed, you're good. Okay, everybody, we're good. Everything's good. Now let me get down and now Angel, thank you again for that super chat, Angel.
Yes.
Angel Tay. That's going to be breakfast at McDonald's for Karina and I tomorrow. You know, I ate at McDonald's once in Colombia, I think, one time. And I don't know if I didn't like the hamburger too much, but the French fries were great. But I got to try the breakfast. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be at McDonald's breakfast in Bogota. Patricia says that they can hear us. Angel, thank you, Diego. Las Barreras, can you tell us what is the email? What is the email to what? Help me out. And Andrew's asking Angel how she's doing. Tesha Sweeney says, Diego, it says approved after 221G. Yeah, I know about your 221G. You gotta, I know what it is. You just gotta get that information to them. Does that mean I'll get my visa? Yeah, you're gonna get your visa as soon as you get them that information. You gotta get them the information. You're good, but you gotta give them the info. Embassy says I want 10 pounds of chicken stuffing. You give them 10 pounds of chicken stuffing, and then you get your visa. Whatever they ask for, you give to them. And Brian and Jacqueline is talking to Gabrielle Rodriguez. I'm hungry, guys. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing names. No, you are not required to be at the interview, but you are allowed to be there. I don't have to be at the visa interview with Karina in Bogota, but guess what? I'm going to be there. I was there for her with everything but the blood draw. There's no way I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to ride on a bus to watch Karina get blood drawn. I'm not going to do it. But I love her to death. Te amo muchísimo. But she took care of her blood work herself. But I took her to the hospital for the medical exam. And I'll be with her at the biometrics. And I'm going to be with her at the visa interview in Bogota, Colombia. But you're allowed to be there. My fiance just received her visa from Bogota. That's great. I remember I wasn't able to be there because of work. Brian, you're good. Brian, I'm very fortunate to be self-employed. So my boss is me, yo es el jefe, Well, actually, my boss is right here. Mi jefe is right here. Karina's the boss, okay? But I'm really lucky to be able to take time off and be here with Karina and get us through this process. Let me see here. Candy Caramel. But she is in Nigeria and I'm in Dubai. Gosh, how do I do this? Because now my Nigerians are not allowed to enter Dubai. Why can't the Nigerians go to Dubai? What's up with the world? What's up with governments? Governments create more problems for people than they solve? Whew, I don't know what to say. Ramon Gallardo, hello Diego and Karina, what's up? What's up? We're good. We were at the medical exam. We got home late. The live stream started late. Sorry, guys. and I'm trying to answer your questions late. Ramon Gallardo, Diego, I'll be in Bogota Friday morning. Okay. Me and my fiance would love to meet you guys. Well, come on, let us know. Friday, we're meeting up with some folks from the YouTube channel at 1 o'clock. So we're going to have to pick another day. But if you're just getting in here on Friday from the United States, you're going to want a day of rest. You got to get your body acclimatized to 10,300 feet. Remember, you're coming from sea level to 10,300 feet, and your body's going to tell you all about it. You're going to be sleepy. You might be nauseous. You may get a headache, whatever. I don't know. You may nothing, or you may get nothing happen to you. But my first week in Bogota, okay, I'm a big baby. I got to take my nap, and my body's got to get used to the altitude. Let me see. Well, but Ramon, we look forward to seeing you when you get to Colombia. And Danny, hi Diego, the embassy scheduled a pre-check interview. Is that normal? Costa Rica. Never heard of it. I've never heard of a pre-check interview, Danny. So I don't know how to answer that question. So it's unusual. I don't know. For Costa Rica, that's where all the dinosaurs are, right? Dinosaurs? The dinosaur. I won't go to Costa Rica because Jurassic Park was built there and all the dinosaurs escaped. I don't want to get eaten by a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I don't go to Costa Rica. I go around it. But I don't know I have no idea what a pre-interview is, pre-check interview. But when you do it, it's not going to hurt your case or anything. You get your K1 visa as long as you qualify for it. You'll get your K1. But tell everybody what it is after you get done with it, so we know. And let's see here. I don't want to miss anybody's question. Hold on a second. How do I got a page up here? Lots of questions, guys, and I don't want to miss anybody. Everybody's important. Dina, Diego, again. When they give them the case number and the invoice, I logged into what it says. I've already explained to you, Dina, what you got to do. You got to wait on the embassy. Dina, K1 visas are non-immigrant visas that assist spouses. Yet a K1 visa is a non-immigrant visa, but it's also an immigrant visa. When you click on to process your visa, you're going to click on immigrant visa, not non-immigrant. When you process your K1 visa, you're going to click on immigrant visa. If you click on non-immigrant visa, you will not be able to find the K1 visa process to start. It doesn't exist. You got to be on the immigrant side of the house. JS just got here. How long was the medical exam and the fingerprints? Well, we haven't got the fingerprints done yet. We're going to do that tomorrow. But the medical exam, I waited 3.5 hours. But Karina probably wasn't with the doctor for 3.5 hours because there was lots of other people getting their K1 visas, medical exams done, including our friends S. Juarez. So we met up with them at the doctor's office in Bogota. So I waited 3.5 hours, but Karina she waited 3.5 hours, but probably was only with the doctor for maybe 20 minutes. Let's see. Christopher, DS-160 is fiance, DS-260 is married visa. That's correct. Good post. Kaur, what kind of questions do they ask in Mumbai? What are you talking about at the K1 visa interview? They're gonna. I mean, there's hundreds of questions they could ask. Okay, and I've made videos about what questions they ask at different embassies. You just got to find the video. I can't remember off the top of my head the questions. And Christopher Stout, you put your case number in it. That's right, Christopher. Diego going to get his senior citizens coffee for breakfast. Christopher, I mean, I tell you what, when I was in the Navy, I was probably the oldest one in the Navy in the PT, but nobody could catch me. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm in good shape, my friend. but I'll get my senior citizens coffee because it's a discount. But I'm a capitalist conservative, and if I can find a discount, I'll take it. But I don't know if they have senior citizens discounts in Colombia. Let me see here. GLK Dog 01. How long is it taking for RBC? What's the RBC? To send you a welcome letter. You mean NVC, the National Visa Center. It's about 60 to 90 days. Let me see here. I don't want to miss anybody. Ramon, is the welcome letter the same as the NOA2 letter? No. The NOA2 letter is the approval from USCIS. You get an NOA2 letter, make copious amounts of copies of it, make 10 copies of it, put the original in a safe somewhere and don't lose it, because you're going to need the NOA2 letter for the visa interview and for the adjustment of status for the green card. Okay? So the welcome letter is from Colombia. It's the FTP1 K1. It's the K1 FTP letter. The welcome letter, the letter of the medical department here asked for the letter of suspension or whatever it was. That's the K1 FTP1 welcome letter. Ramon is the welcome now. Okay, Danielle Angarita Pardo. Hi guys, we're trying to schedule my appointment at the Bogota embassy, but there aren't any appointments. That's correct. Can you tell us more about your experience scheduling the interview? Okay. You're going to get the packet 3, packet 4 email from the embassy in Bogota. I just made an email on how to schedule the visa interview in Bogota. I just made a whole video about it. But I got the last interview for November, okay? And December's filled up already. So you're probably going to get your visa interview in January, okay? But if you watch that video that I made on how to schedule the visa interview, okay? But I will help you. But Daniela, what I would do is keep looking, because somebody may cancel something. A day may come free. Somebody might get sick. Somebody may withdraw their K1 visa. I don't want to get married to that guy. Okay, so they withdraw their visa, and that day may open up. Okay, so just keep looking. You might get lucky and get a visa interview. Let me see here. I don't know. Did I page up too far? I'll tell you what. I'm hungry and I'm tired, so I don't want to. But I'm Candy. My daughter is in Nigeria. How do I do for the interview? Well, if your K1 visa interview is in Abu Dhabi, she needs to be with you in Abu Dhabi. Okay, so you got to figure out a way to get her from Nigeria to Abu Dhabi. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. Unless you switch your K1 visa interview to Nigeria, switch it to Nigeria, and then you can be together. So I'll investigate it for you, though. Eugene Bentz, we've received our welcome packet, and it does not say anything about biometrics. We are interviewing in Costa Rica. Well, here's the thing. Okay, when you pay your visa fee, there should be a calendar that opens up for biometrics and then for the visa interview days. Okay? I don't know why it would be different in Costa Rica. The whole world knows you got to have biometrics. But what I would do is email the embassy and ask them, how do I schedule my biometrics interview? Okay? Send an email to the embassy. You got to show proof of communication with immigration so your visa NOA2 letter doesn't time out. Send an email to the embassy in Costa Rica and say, hey, how do I schedule my biometrics? They'll tell you. Okay, you got it? Daniela, it's been 4 days, no luck. We've been doing that day and late at night. There you go. Keep going, Daniela. Keep going. Don't surrender. Don't raise the white flag. Don't throw in the towel. Keep looking. No pouty face. Don't be giving me this. You got to smile. You're at the end of this nightmare. You're at the end of it. All you got to do is schedule the interview. Okay? You will schedule an interview. You will get a day. A date is going to pop up. You're going to go on there probably tomorrow or the next day. Oh, there's a pop-up day in December. Okay, you got it? Dina, should I email the MVC and ask him? What are you going to ask him? What are you going to ask the MVC? Your visa is on the way to Abu Dhabi. What's the MVC? The MVC's got nothing to do with your K1 visa package now. It's all in the hands of the embassy. You got to contact the embassy and wait for the ready status and wait for the directions from the embassy to tell you what to do. Dina, I'm messed up. I'm scared. What are you scared of? The MVC told you what to do. Submit the DS-160. Okay, you did what they told you to do. You printed the confirmation page. Now you're going to wait for the embassy in Abu Dhabi to email you with the instructions. That's it. You're not messed up. Don't be scared. You're good. Everything's good. Everything is going as it's supposed to in your case. Ernest Dosti, Diego, almost 2 months, and there is no slot to schedule an interview in Ghana. I sent them an email, and they said I should keep looking. That's good. That's a good answer. Good is keep looking. It's not stressful. Listen, Ernest. The embassy cannot create more than 30 days in a month. Okay, the Romans created the months, right? Augustus created August. Julius Caesar created July, right? Julius Caesar created the month of July, right? Not the embassies. So you got 31 days in July. You got 31. What are we into now? November. You got 30 days in November, 31 days in December, 31 days in January. You got to keep looking for an open slot. You will get an open slot. Okay? You're going to find a day, and then you're going to jump on it, and you're good. Okay? Just relax. Let me see here. Dina, no, do not email the MVC. There's no reason to. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. And Trex, LOL, Raymond, Dina. So I messed up, Igor. What? So I messed up, Diego. What should I do in that case? Dina, what did you mess up? You followed the directions of the MVC, right? You did what they told you to do. Now you got to wait for Abu Dhabi to contact you with the directions. Danny, Eugene, that the biometrics in Costa Rica is called the pre-check. So that's what the pre-check interview is. It's the biometrics. We learned something today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on this channel, that the pre-check at the embassy in Costa Rica is the biometrics. I'm not going to forget that. All they ask for is to bring your documents, and you usually schedule a week in advance from the final interview. I learned something today. When I learn something new about immigration, I'm happy because then I can pass that information on to other people. So in Costa Rica, where the dinosaurs hang out, a pre-check is the biometrics. Jennifer, Diego, do you have the size that the doctor in Colombia requires for the photos? What is the size for the photos? We have it right here. We're going to pick it up and I'll show it on the camera for you. Karina has it for you, okay? And I'll show you. So hang in there, Jennifer. Mascaran Minksu. Hi, Diego. How flaps Joan? What? I don't understand that question. Jason, does USCIS update ready status or need to check the SIAC MVC account for that? The ready status comes from the SIAC MVC, not USCIS. When USCIS sends your account to the National Visa Center, they're done with you. They wash their hands. Now the MVC is in control of it. And this is the size for the photos for the medical exam in Bogota. I don't know if you can see that. That's the size right there. How good is that? I don't know. But what I would do is just go to a passport visa place in Bogota and ask them for photos for the medical exam, and they'll probably know better than we do. But it says here 5 centimeters by by what is that? 5 centimeters by 3 centimeters.
Un minuto, sí. Uno,
Yeah,
aquí arriba uno.
yeah.
Sí.
I would just go to a photography store that does passport photos and tell them you need it for the medical exam and you need the pictures a little bigger. They changed. They make up their own rules as they go along. I think. So thank you for explaining that about the pre-check, Danny, in Costa Rica. Jason, I already answered you. Andrew Bryan is talking to Tashlyn's World. And Candy Caramel, let me come on down here. Thanks a lot, Diego and Karina. Please help me investigate more on this so I start to work on how to get back home. Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'm reading down here, so I'm not ignoring you guys up here, but I got to read down here. And Christopher Stout, my fiance is in the Philippines. So beautiful. We love our friends in the Philippines. Beautiful Philippines. When she gets to fly into the USA, how can she convert the money to USA? Convert what money? If you're bringing Filipino money to America, you can't spend it here. Banks are probably not going to change it. So if you got Filipino money, spend it before you leave the Philippines. Go take out your friends to dinner or whatever. Give it to mom. Give it to dad. Give it to the brothers and sisters. I don't know how to answer that question. How to change Filipino money into if I went into a bank with Colombian pesos, they'd look at me cross-eyed. And if I'm in the United States and I went in there with Colombian pesos, they'd look. What are you doing? If I got Colombian money left over when I'm in Colombia, I just give it to Karina's family. Here, go and have some. Go spend it. Eric Lynn, hello Diego. Is your fiance don't speak English? Karina is learning English. Okay, she's learning English. She listens to me gabbing all day, and she watches my YouTube. And this is your YouTube channel, but she watches me on YouTube, and she learns English. She's doing pretty good. Paso paso. Just takes time. Took me 2 years to learn some Spanish. It just takes time. Let me see. Christopher, if your fiance has money in Filipino money, don't bring it to America. Give it to the family. Let me see. Christopher, Jason, GLK Doggo 1. How long does it take for NBC to send the welcome letter? 60 to 90 days. Eugene, Danny, thanks. They do it via email. So Danny is helping Eugene with Costa Rica. Danny, you're great. I wish I could send you a super chat, Danny. I can't, but I wish I could. Eugene, so our interview is 9 January. Would they do that near the holiday? Yeah, I'm sure they will. Danny, I had that same interview appointment. I was able to schedule a sooner one for November 21. I would suggest you check the interview availability at the beginning of December. For example, December 1st and 2nd. They release interview appointments beginning of the month. That's true. From what I have seen, I usually at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1:06 p.m. Costa Rica time. Danny, we're going to have to get you on here on board and give some and do some interview chats. Christopher, she has an account. Well, what I would do, Christopher, is see if she can transfer her Filipino money and convert it into dollars in the Philippines. Go to her Philippine bank and buy dollars. Buy dollars. When I'm in Colombia, I take dollars and I buy pesos, and I give it to Karina because she knows what to do with it. I don't understand the money, but she knows what what each dollar is, whatever pesos are. Tell your fiance to go to the bank in the Philippines and buy dollars with her Filipino money. You got it? That's the way to do it. And with that said, guys, Karina is starving to death. Tango Ambry, Tango Ambry. I'm hungry. I've been going since 6 o'clock this morning. Karina's been going since 4 o'clock this morning. So we're going to cut the live stream now. We're going to Karina's going to make dinner for me. She won't let me go in the kitchen. It's her kitchen. When she gets to Florida, it's her kitchen. It's Karina's cocina, okay? I'm not going to bother. She's going to organize the kitchen in Florida however she wants. And I'll have to get permission to enter because, she's going to be the queen of the house. And I can't wait. So we're going to cut it off here. And today's what? Today, Wednesday, Mercoles. So we'll be back on Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sábado, 7 p.m. Saturday at 7 p.m. We'll be back on the live stream at 7 p.m. I promise you, we won't be late. It's hard to do a live stream during the day, guys, here in Colombia. It's hard to do a live stream. The noise levels in the street is too high. The music's blaring in every store. The traffic levels are high. The ambulances, the fire trucks, the police cars. I'm not doing live streams during the day here, so we do it at night. Saturday, 7 p.m. Friday, Christopher Stout, can you come back on Friday? Okay, guys, do you want us to do a live stream on Friday at 7 p.m.? I got to do it in the evening time, guys, because otherwise it's too noisy. Do you want us to do a live stream on Friday at 7 p.m.? Give me some hands up here. One hands up, and I'll do a live stream on Friday. Every day, Candy wants us to do a live stream. Todo dia. Okay, Candy. You on holiday. I'm not on holiday. I'm working. Christopher, hands up. See you on Friday at 7 p.m. Friday, 7 p.m.